Guess who's back? Back again. It's Brody's back. No one cares. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's fucking back? Guess is.
Fuck, it's bright. Hey everyone, it's Stephen back once again with another video. Right, it's been like 2 months almost since my last video, and I've been wanting to film this particular video for a long time now, just basically explaining where I'm at in my fragrance journey, what my intentions for the channel are, you know, where I've been and why haven't I been posting so often. And I'll just give you a warning right away, it's going to be a very self-indulgent video, pretty much all about myself, so I'm apologising up front for that. Right, yeah, so Sprokey's channel updates of sorts. So, why haven't I been posting videos lately? I'll start off with this. I've just kind of personally lost a bit of interest in actually doing videos. I still have a big hobby and passion for fragrances. I've been buying bottles, samples. I've been sampling fragrance literally every single day. I have a stupid amount of samples nowadays, and I'm always testing. Even stuff from quite cheap things to pretty expensive niche fragrances too, as well as designer fragrances, of course. So I don't know, I've just not been watching so many videos on YouTube. I spend so much time just sitting there watching fragrance videos, but there's only a few select videos, reviewers nowadays that I actually watch. I just kind of lost interest in most of the bigger reviewers, you know, top 10 list here, sexy fragrances, compliments. I just don't have much interest in that kind of stuff, and you're not going to find that kind of content in this channel basically. I'm sticking to fragrance reviews mainly and first impressions. I don't do fragrance reviews often because, in my opinion, I think people jump the gun a bit too early on reviews. I've done it personally myself where, you know, I owned Quorum, and within a week of owning it I thought I could review it, which I think is a bit absurd because, you know, you need to get to know a fragrance throughout probably like the course of 6 months, you know, testing it out in different conditions, outside, inside, when it's hot outside, hot inside, cold. You know, you need to get a good kind of range of testing a fragrance to actually give it a proper review, in my opinion. So because of that now, I don't actually review fragrances too often because, you know, I have such a varied collection that I don't really wear a single fragrance many times to warrant a full review. Like, I could wear a fragrance once and then not wear that for 2 months. So I don't know, it's a bit crazy. I haven't been posting first impression videos neither because I've been getting so many samples that if I was to do first impressions of all the things I'm obtaining, I would have videos lined up. To be honest, I made this video back in May, which was a Zara exclusive oud, and, you know, my intention with first impressions are to post the first impressions on camera when I'm smelling the fragrance, and then for me to actually kind of follow up like a week or so later once I've tested it a bit more and kind of, you know, gauge the longevity, projection, etc. But it's got to the point now where I've got so many bloody samples that I'm rotating around them so much. There's a few samples I haven't actually worn, I've only sprayed them in my hand. I've actually got samples which I haven't even worn yet. It's getting over the top, and I'm to blame. I just keep buying. I've recently kind of downsized my collection a lot, so I've sold off a lot of my bottles, but then I've slowly started to build them back up again. I've gone back a bottle crazy. Yeah, it's just getting fucking stupid, man. And I don't know what that relates to this video, but I'm just throwing it out anyway. I'm going to do a collection video soon, so you guys can see the fragrances that I have in my collection, because I done one last October, and I think from that I have maybe 3 or 4 bottles which I owned before and I still do. So besides that, I've sold literally everything and bought new stuff. So with that in mind as well, my channel is not going to be focused anymore on clones. When I started off, I didn't really want to spend money on fragrances. To me, getting a cheap clone was brilliant. I didn't want to spend £60 to get a Dior. But my mentality towards that has shifted nowadays. I don't know why. I would rather get the designer fragrance, to be honest. I mean, I have nothing against cheap fragrances personally. I still own and love Quorum, Arab Tradition by Nabil, which is a clone of Tuscan Leather. I still highly rate that. but the focus on this channel now isn't going to be on clones and sort of bang for your buck fragrances. I think what happened on my fragrance journey is I was just buying stuff based on YouTube hype, Fragrantica reviews. There was just so many things influencing the purchase as opposed to actually what I thought I wanted, and as a result I ended up buying loads of scents that I didn't really like. So over the past year now I've really come to kind of find the scents that I like, which happen to be kind of 80s powerhouses, and kind of, you know, I do like modern scents, kind of things like oud, rose, patchouli. I love all that. So my taste is quite broad. I always thought it was mainly 80s powerhouses, but in hindsight, you know, I do like a lot of stuff. I always thought I hated sweet scents, but there are a few exceptions to that. Similarly, I also thought I hated lavender, but Fougere Royale by Havent is amazing, and that's quite prominent with lavender, but it's blended so well, it just kind of does it really well. So I think that may be why my channel is focusing on something else now, because I don't feel that some cheap fragrances can really offer me what I'm looking for. That's really uptight and up my own arse to say, but like I said, this video is going to be quite self-indulgent. Yeah, like I said, there's not going to be much focus in this channel in terms of compliments on top lists. Reviews will be kind of few and far between, but my aim is to get really in-depth reviews, because they should be fragrances that I'm really intimately familiar with. And I think that will be sort of helping to give you a better review. I think Mark is one of the better, well, is probably the best reviewer on YouTube, definitely, and I kind of want to inspire to be of the same caliber with him when it comes to kind of dissecting the fragrances. I don't really do much in my house, so a lot of people associate fragrances with memories and events and doing things, but honestly, my life is just kind of pretty mundane. I don't do much, so most of the time I'm just sitting around the house, you know, so I don't really draw on memories when it comes to a fragrance. But yeah, from now on I will be a bit more active. I've just been extremely lazy when it comes to videos. Like back in August, you know, I done a sample August. Literally, I wore samples exclusively for that month, and I posted 3 videos, one at the end of each week, detailing what I've been wearing. But it just felt a bit pointless. I was filming it thinking, you know, what does this bring into the table? I was just saying I've been wearing these fragrances, yeah, they're kind of nice, and that's it. I do think as a reviewer I'm not the best at describing scents, so that is something I'm aware of and I want to work upon. But, you know, it's a matter of just doing it more often will give me that experience of reviewing better. Like I said, expect to see me more in the future now. I've got a whole range of videos that I want to shoot. Like I done one fragrance with Quorum back in April or March. I plan to do that again with Koros, and then want to follow up with a review of Koros. And I also want to do a month of rotating between different fragrances with one prominent note. Like I want to do 1 week wearing patchouli scents, 1 week of oud scents, 1 week of vetiver. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing something like that, just because it's different, you know. It'll help me focus my choices in a given week. Like sometimes I'll go upstairs, I'll go upstairs and I'll put Gucci Guilty Absolute on. I end up going upstairs and spraying like Dior Leather Oud. Yeah, I've just got so much choice now, it's just overwhelming. I've been trying to finish the video for bloody ages, so this is the end. Thank you for watching, guys, and see you shortly. Bye.